Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
Hey, very good Tuesday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout right here at Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Thank you to everyone for listening across the Edmonton Sports Talk audio streams at edmontonsportstalk.com, edmontonsportstalk.com. Tune in, iHeartRadio for those watching on YouTube or listening on podcast, wherever you get your podcast. Thank you very much. Tom Gazzola, Iwanyk with you here on the Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. And back in the Hangout, he was such a popular one. Immediately, people are like, put him in the Estes folder, guest of the year. Brantt Myhres. Of Unhammered, former NHLer, author. Yeah. There's a long list of things that Brandt's a part of. So thanks for coming back in. Appreciate
Good morning,
this.
buddy.
Good
Cheers.
morning. I'll properly cheers you later.
Hey, we're going to cheers in the morning.
It's just the coffee right now.
I used to actually do this in the morning, like for real cheers, but it's been a while.
I'm reading your book.
You're reading the book.
I've been plowing through it. Like once I start reading it, I look and it's like an hour later. I'm like, oh man, I need to save this book. I like to read in increments.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Absolutely. So when you said cheers in the morning, I'm like, yeah, I can remember a few of the stories you wrote about, and it's an enlightening book because I've known you for a few years now.
Yeah,
and
for a few years.
Had only known like a bit of your past.
Yeah.
But now to like know you now and then read about like what had gone on in the past is like, oh, damn.
Well, we're both finding stuff about each other. I said I was searching YouTube the other day and I saw this young kid pop up interviewing Ryan Smith at Rexall. And he had the Affliction jeans on with the bell bottoms. And I'm like, no way, that's Tom. I'm like, that's like a long time ago. This kid never ages. It's unreal.
Now everyone's switching to go find that video right now.
Oh boy, it's probably decent. I don't know.
Casino Dealer Jay says you have a cool rookie card. The Tampa Bay Upper Deck one with Corey Cross in the background laughing.
Oh, yeah, that's right, too. That was the rookie.
Do you have a lot of your cards? By any chance?
I do. I mean, there wasn't that many. Like, I wasn't a big high draft pick, but I think there's probably, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 of them out there. And a couple teams that I played on, they didn't get cards. Like the Capitals, I didn't get a card. I don't think I got a real cheap one with Nashville. It wasn't like an OPG or anything like that. But there's one of my favorites. That's the good one. That's the rookie.
Yeah.
But the one where I'm screaming in front of Patrick Waugh is my favorite. I've got
this one.
That's my favorite card.
Sweet.
Yeah.
At the Forum.
Yeah, at the Forum. No helmet, no bubble shield, just straight on.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Even Casino Dealer J, he just remembered that one. Has that one somewhere. Lots to get to on the Hangout today. It is presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada Storage experts. If looking for a convenient location nearest you for any of your storage needs, check them out, sentinel.ca. That's actually, we've got a lot. We'll talk about the Oilers in a bit. Back-to-back games with defensemen scoring a hat trick, first time in NHL history. We'll get to Willem Nylander and all that. But we had you on. Yeah. I wasn't on. It was you, Tommy.
I know. I owe you guys. I was wrong, right?
About McDavid.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Say? Oh,
I didn't think he was going to sign.
Okay,
I didn't, and I was wrong. But I'm happily, not what's the word I'm looking for. I'm glad he signed.
Yeah, you gave us a great clip. And that one caught a little bit of fire on social media.
Yeah,
they're like, this guy's great.
It sort of made sense a little bit, like everything was lining up, but and believe me, I don't think there was a person in the city that thought he wouldn't take a pay raise.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a single person that was like, Connor's going to come in and dead.
Not a single person thought he was going to make under Leon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, I'm glad he's here and he's obviously lighting up, which is great.
But that was also before the launch of Unhammered, was it not?
It was. It was in August, right? I think we were on.
Yep.
And the launch was the 19th of September. So
how's it gone?
It's great, dude. I mean, it's, I'm biased, obviously. But I think like once we were talking about getting into grocery and losing the stigma of people like, I have this in my vehicle when I drive. And as I was mentioning, that if you were to go to the grocery store and get a jug of orange juice, there's as much alcohol in that. I think people don't really understand. There's just the stigma of a beer can in a car, and I get it. But we got something cool that we're working on that we're going to drop here soon, and just to let the public have a different perception of a non-alcoholic drink.
Yeah, I guess the idea is for us here, because it's different in other parts. But
Yeah.
if you go into a grocery store, you could. That's all.
It's there.
It's you could throw that into like I grab any drink and I can drink it in my car. So what would be the
Yeah.
difference of grabbing any of the? Because it is a little weird to me, just from what it once was 10, 15 years ago, that you walk down the beverage aisle and now you're starting to see like Heinekens or something. You're like, whoa, Heineken, oh yeah, 0.0 Unhammered, like all these things. It's weird to start seeing that, but we just have to get used to it because it's such a booming industry.
Yeah.
That is coming.
Well, it's funny because are you guys tequila drinkers at all?
Not by choice.
In margaritas.
After a certain moment of time at the night,
It happens, yeah.
Well, George Clooney
Yeah.
and who's the Randy Gerber, who's married to Sidney Crawford. They dropped a tequila company. They just started it with their friends. They raised $600,000, and all of a sudden it blew up and it took off. And last year they sold it for $1 billion.
Oh, that's a nice return on investment.
No
Yeah,
kidding.
but guess what they're dropping next month?
A non-alcoholic version.
You
of it?
bet.
It's
So,
wild.
You
how
bet. Yeah, it's
crazy
It's
that's
crazy that the market has, and I would have never thought that. And I'm just grateful that I got into this 2 years ago, when I wasn't sitting around thinking about doing it.
You did
I did it
Yeah.
and said, "Let's go. Let's get it out there." So yeah, man, it's been great.
Yeah, because there's like I've seen a spiced rum, non-alcoholic spiced rum.
Really?
Yeah, my brother came over Christmas. He had these Moscow Mule type things.
Yeah.
That were non-alcoholic. He was raving about them. It's just wild how much.
Have you ever
more
tried I've only tried a beer that's non-alc. I've never done a whiskey or a wine or any of that. I don't know.
I haven't touched any of
No,
those
you
yet.
too?
No, but my brother with this Moscow, he raved. He's like, these are fantastic. So he
Really?
really
Wow.
loved them. I'll have to find out about the spiced rum non-alcoholic one because that was a gift. And how that is, but it's like it seems like right now the beers are where we're at.
Yeah.
And then people are like, "Hey, this is not knocking out of the park." People are loving these.
Yeah.
Where else can we go with the non-alcoholic? Which is fantastic. Like, I just even think for those people that are just going to a bar, you just want to break from beer.
Sure. Yeah.
Like just for whatever it is, just I'm gonna have a non-alcoholic.
And that was the message I wanted to get out early within our brand is this isn't for alcoholics. This isn't for drug addicts. This is for everybody. People that enjoy alcohol. And some of them just want to take, like you said, take a little break. Maybe have a real one on the course and then have an unhammered or something like that. My point is that it's for everybody. Liking alcohol or trying to quit or stopping or whatever it may be.
Which locations are you in now? Because you did it with, for those that don't remember or don't know or missed that episode with Brantt here way back in August now, geez. It's with Alley Cat, our partners for 6 O'Clocker Lager. And Cam French is a great guy.
Yeah.
We've been partnered with them for almost 3 years, 2.5 years now.
Yeah.
You did this with him. You brought some in for the alumni skate. It was really good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we partnered with Cam. I guess it would have been whatever it was now, a year and a half ago. And so we're in the Friesen Brother locations.
Cool.
I think the Glenora one, they're just trying to get it in right now. And then there's some co-op liquors or co-op liquor. We're getting listed in Wine and Above or Wine and Beyond.
Wine and Beyond.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, Wine and Beyond.
Oh, that's when there's those are massive.
That's a pretty
huge.
pretty good one for us. And then we're the exclusive non-alc at the River Creek Casino. So
Awesome.
yeah, we got in there, whatever that was, I think 2 months ago or something like that. So anyways, we're trying to build out south, and that I'm flying down to see Surrey in Vegas, taking my son Kane for his 5-year birthday as well on the 25th of February. But we got a couple meetings in LA that we're going to try and move this thing across the border.
Good.
Yeah, so
That's got to be a big endeavor because like even getting it between provinces, I remember was a thing. Because did we not hear 6 O'Clocker found its way into Saskatchewan recently?
Yeah, I think Dusty just mentioned that like last week that somebody messaged saying they found it there, and like there's a Great Western. I know there's a couple. I think it's Bohemian that Eric loves, but he can't get it here. When he goes across the border, he has to buy it there to bring it here because it's just the laws are very protective inside the borders.
Well, the one beautiful thing about all of this is we just shipped a whole bunch to Ontario.
Good.
Cool.
So which was nice. But the beauty, again, it's non-elk, so you don't have to cut through all that red tape.
There's
There's so much less red tape to cut through. And I own the recipe, so I can go across the border and partner with somebody and have it distributed out of Florida, California, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so, but it's the money, right? It's the marketing, it's everything that goes into pushing that type of, you need some funds behind you, so hence going across the border and meeting with a couple big hitters.
It does have a cool look.
Cool look, great name too.
Yeah.
Like it's just all around. Like it's solid.
It's smooth.
It was actually, buddy, this was the name of the book. when we were talking about a name for the book, my editor said, "What do you think about Unhammered?"
Yeah.
And I go, "Oh, I don't know, man. That's, and then he was like, I said, "Well, what about like pain? 'Cause all the pain and everything I've been through." And then Killer was like, the pain was trying to kill me, and that was my job on the ice to try and kill guys.
Yeah.
And so that's sort of how that name, but this was the original name of the book.
It has the same, like the art, I feel like it ties into the cover of the book.
Yeah, that type of Celtic type of writing to it.
And the black and white motif. And I mean, we got a skeleton hand with fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And then, it's
Well, and even just the look of that.
smooth.
Like for those, there are some that for them, there's still the stigma, like, I don't want to be caught drinking non-alcoholic or something like that. That looks just like, it just has a look of, what are you drinking? Oh, cool. Like no one would be like, oh, you're just drinking non-alcoholic. Like just because there are some of those people that don't want to be like, oh, I'm just drinking a non-alcoholic. That has the look of, I'm drinking a beer.
Well, and too, I got my inspiration to be a little bit bolder or edgier from Liquid Death, the water company.
Oh yeah.
And that's just water in a can. But they had to make themselves a little bit outside the box and different from a bottle of water.
Yeah.
And it took off huge. So anyways, I'm happy with the marketing. I'm happy with the taste. And now it's a bit of word of mouth here and get it into, come on, Rogers. Let's get it into Rogers Arena. The only problem is they got a contract with Molson Canadian. So
that would be huge.
That'd be great. That's a tough one.
Well, maybe Commonwealth.
Commonwealth, actually. Well, you'd have to see what their contract entails. But I had a big meeting with 3 of the heads out of WestJet.
Wow.
And they said to me they've been thinking about this for a year. And
were you one of the reasons why they also changed the seats plans?
Oh,
were you there like, even though I might not work in those seats as well, so just a heads up, maybe don't do those.
6'5" former NHL enforcer. He's not happy with his seat. You see, there's Brantt like this. Miss?
No, so we had a good meeting, and we shipped them out some samples the next day, and but they said that they understand where the space is going. So it's been booming.
Well, somebody said near beer is supposedly one of the fastest growing beverage markets. It is. Like it is massive. It is booming. When you see the likes of Guinness and Heineken and Corona putting money behind it.
Yep.
And they put big money behind their Corona and their Guinness because it's almost identical to their real
That's
ones.
how they know this is the way things are going to a degree. We're going to make sure we're in this market too. That tells you everything you need to know about where things are going.
Yeah.
So
I have a great text before we move on. Neil texts in and says, a note to Brantt, after your last hangout, I picked up your book, really great book. Since I passed it around for others to read, gave it out to some friends who have kids being asked to play in the BCHL and AJHL, drafted to the dub, telling them to read it and pass it on to their boys to read too. I'm glad you told your story. Thank you. Cheers, Neil.
Oh, right on. Well, thank you, Neil. I think that I had a couple friends say to me, hey, is it too young for my 14-year-old to read? And I said, no. I said, because that's where it starts.
Yeah.
And ultimately the situations that I went through, they're not PG. But life's not PG, and people find that out quickly, especially kids nowadays. I was just drinking back in the day. And now they're doing things that are a little bit cheaper than whatever it may be, and it lasts longer. And so, yeah, I don't think there's a real age limit on when they can read it.
There's startling stories in there, and yeah, you're right. Like, especially you talk about your junior days, like that was hard.
Yeah, the junior days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm a pretty loving guy, and I think when I got out of the game of hockey, the last thing I ever wanted to do was punch anybody in the face again. I don't know. I just like hanging out with people. I don't want to punch them anymore. And
that's good.
But it was but looking back, I wanted to make the show so bad that I was willing to do anything. Really, pretty much anything. So when my dad said, "Hey, son, you got to lead the whole Canadian Hockey League in fighting majors," I didn't question him. I did it. Yeah. And he was right. I got drafted. So anyways, the junior years were actually my favorite years. Growing with, I just loved the camaraderie. We had like 13 bunk beds on the Lethbridge bus. And it was so much fun. And like, there was no cell phones or nothing back then. So we had magazines and we had DVD players going. It was the best time.
Like a little traveling clubhouse.
It literally was. Stop off at Boston Pizza and not everybody was looking at their phone. Like everybody was talking to each other back then. It was great.
There's one line, like I'm 3/4 of the way through the book. I love it. I'm going to probably plow through it in the next week or two here and finish it up. But there's one line, and I don't think I'm giving anything away, but you said after a few years in the National Hockey League, they would ask you, what's it like playing in the NHL? And you'd done it for a few years, and your line was,
I don't know.
Because I don't really play.
I don't really play.
And I was just like, what?
That's actually so true, because the last time that I played hockey would have been probably either my last year junior or my last year midget. Because my last year junior, I had 8 fighting majors. Wow. I just couldn't get a fight.
Nobody wanted it.
Yeah, I couldn't get one.
Yeah.
I had to go just take instigators. And I was on the first line. So I was first line power play. I was playing the game. So anyways, my point is when I got to pro, I didn't play the game anymore, really. Mm-hmm. I was playing 3 minutes a night. I'd get scratched some games. To me, that's not really playing a ton. Yeah. So yeah, that was one of the lines that struck me too, actually.
It hit me. I was like, oh man, like, I get it.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to get into William Nylander?
I might need to crack another one for that.
Brad's fired up about this. I don't like it.
You're mad at William Nylander for what he did?
Am I mad? Listen, I'm not mad at William Nylander. I'm extremely disappointed.
Okay.
I think
from the morning show, thumbs down.
Yeah, there's a big difference there. Actually, I thought it was AI. And inside of me, I was saying, please make this AI. Because when I'm watching it, and I got my 5-year-old kid that's sitting watching the Maple Leafs, and some jerk stands up and puts his finger out like that, and I got to explain to my kid, Daddy, why is he saying the F word? Because my son knows that this means the F word.
Yeah.
So why is he saying the F word? What are you going to say to that? Especially a guy that's probably one of the biggest stars that Toronto's ever seen. And to my point that I was talking earlier with Tom, do you think 97 would do that?
No.
Do you think that 29 in Colorado would do that, or 87 in Pittsburgh?
No chance.
There's no for sure.
Of all the players,
there's actually zero chance, and there's probably only a couple guys in the NHL that would do that, and he's one of them.
Well, I can't even think of other pros. Like I'm just trying to think of like NFL, NBA, baseball. If you saw them, like I don't even think too many of those guys would even go with the middle finger if they were shown in the.
That's why I thought it was AI. I couldn't believe what I saw, and then the league comes down and fines them $5,000. Well, what's that going to do? That's one birthday present for somebody. Yeah. So if it's me and I'm going to set a precedent, number one, If I'm the captain, who's the captain of that team?
Yeah, it's Austin Matthews.
Well, you better grab him and pull him aside.
Well, and he's getting torched from. I know Brian Hayes on Overdrive torched him because Austin Matthews isn't speaking enough to the media. On Austin, and Brian Hayes was like, "You're the captain. You speak 82 games a year."
Yeah, and I don't want all that pressure on me. Shut up. You're making $14 million or whatever you're making a year. Come on, man. Yeah. Like, enough of that. You should have grabbed them, and enough with the tank tops walking into the game too. Like when I tell you what, I took pride in the suits that I wore and the ties that I had on and how I looked when I went to the games and on the plane. And now these guys are walking in with tank tops? Seriously? Well, like, again, if I'm a leader on that team, I'm saying maybe it's not the coach's job because they're in a tough spot. But I'll tell you what, if I'm an assistant captain or a captain, I'm going to make it clear. You're not wearing a tank top and a big gold chain to the hockey game. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It was a bit alarming. And then, that was what, a month and a half ago. And then now you're getting the middle finger thing because he's not like it. And then I told you when they had the interview with him after, he's kind of
thought it was funny, didn't he? Yeah, I didn't think it was funny. And again, listen, even if my son wasn't watching that game, I felt bad for the Maple Leafs. I felt bad for all the people that were watching it on TV. That is extremely one of the classless things I've ever seen in the National Hockey League. And this is a kid that should know better, quite honestly.
Yeah, well, grew up in the NHL, around the NHL,
his dad and everything.
It's one of those. Because some people are circulating Sergachev with Utah stuck the middle finger up post game. I think it was a year ago or something that's circulating. But if you're William Nylander, you're one of the top leaders of the team, or you're supposed to be. You also have to understand what market you're on. It is Toronto. That whatever you do is going to be amplified by the X degree.
It's national television.
And so if you're going to go stick up the middle finger, it's not like if you stuck up the middle finger on Florida television, where there's a chance that it might go away.
Well,
everyone is going to talk about this. Everyone is going to see this. And it's then that message just is going to blow up even more.
Well, okay, if I do this to you right now, inside, what am I saying to you? Exactly. F you. And guess what? My kid knew what this meant. Yeah. So it's not just me watching it. It's all these other little kids on national television.
Well, yeah, and who are you sending it to?
Who are you sending it to when you're doing that?
Good point.
Right?
So people might interpret it to them.
Exactly.
Well, are you sending it to the cameraman? Are you sending it to the TV crew? Are you sending it to the fans? But in the end, it's now like everyone can make up their own judgment on what they believe it is in that moment. And it's why is Nylander sticking the middle finger up at me?
Yeah, well.
What did I do to you, me and Nylander?
Yeah, but again, when you do this, my son knows that, Daddy, why is he saying a swear word?
Yeah.
Are the words. He doesn't know it's the F word, but he knows it's a swear word.
It's bad.
It's bad.
You don't do that.
Exactly. So what, you fine him $5,000? No, sit his ass for a game. Like, honestly, that's not acceptable.
Yeah. There's a difference, too, between a Leafs regional broadcast and a Utah or a Florida Panthers. Leafs have like 1 million viewers no matter what. That's how big the market is. That's how many people are watching them. It might not be a national game. They'll have like 1 million viewers. A Florida Panthers game might have 20,000, depending on the night, who they're playing against. Utah, I don't know. They got to build that market up. I'm sure there's excitement, but there's a huge difference, a huge ripple effect between being a Maple Leaf and a Mammoth and a Panther and a Pred. Like,
if you did something with the Dallas Cowboys, it's going to be a bigger deal than if you did it with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Exactly.
Just because everyone is paying attention. And the Leafs are that's the stature that they have. And when you wear the Leaf jersey, you have to understand that, especially if you're one of the leaders. And that's the sad part that you can't this one person in the chat, Edmonton Oilers for Life 1, acting all high and mighty because a 25-year-old kid had a moment of weakness. A 25-year-old should know better than sticking up the middle finger.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, we learned this
in school.
I can give guys lots of leeway. I mean, listen, I'm no one to throw stones. I'm no one to throw rocks. I understand that. But when I saw it on Twitter, I thought it was AI.
Yeah.
And it really bothered me because I like William Nylander. I think he's a great hockey player. And I look up to, I liked watching his father play. So I just didn't understand the FU to the camera, especially when a little boy, like not only my boy or whoever, however many else his kids are watching. So yeah, I didn't like it.
He's a couple months away from turning 30.
Oh, never mind. Not 25.
Oh, he's almost 30?
So that's even more so like,
Yeah.
you know better.
Yeah.
You know better.
Yeah, 100% he does.
Like,
You know.
we would rip any other player for doing that.
Well, I don't even know.
And I hope we would rip Oilers if they ever did that.
Well, is that ego doing that? I don't understand.
I don't know.
I mean,
Well,
I
and
mean,
the fact that there's no like he's not even coming up like, yeah, I screwed up. Like I shouldn't have done that. If he's laughing post game, it's just he's not.
that's the thing too.
It's that if he sits there like, you want to know something? I was angry that day.
Yeah.
There was something, and he comes on. He's like, I'm very sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
There's usually when you apologize.
Yeah.
People forget very quickly.
Yeah.
They go, okay, cool. It's all good. It's the same as like we were talking, people talking in the car, middle finger if you're driving.
Oh, yeah.
If somebody cuts you off, you're angry. The moment they wave their hand, being like, sorry, you're like, okay, that's cool, whatever. The moment they don't wave their hand, you're still pissed off. You're like, this guy's an ass. That's the same thing. William Neal, just say, I screwed up. I really am apologetic about this. I'll never happen again.
Yeah.
Not like laughing about it and playing it down.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it was classless and wrong to do that. There was not an apology. There was more of a giggle behind the scenes about it, and a slap on the wrist for $5,000. So I don't know.
He called it a moment of frustration.
Oh, really?
And then Matthews did speak after the loss. Yeah, he talked about the loss. Anyway.
Well, that,
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, people are saying, oh, it sums up the Maple Leaf season. Yeah, sure, but
Well, it's an interesting little time for them
Well,
because
you were mentioning a million people that watched that thing.
The Leafs regional broadcast.
I guarantee you that got more than 1 million views on Twitter.
oh, yeah.
So my point is that could have happened in Columbus. So that once that hits Twitter, it's over. It's now it's going everywhere.
Yep.
So it's not just the Leafs fans that are seeing that; it's everybody in the hockey community in the
talking
world
about it.
that saw it.
And
so,
Friedel in the inbox 780-218-9999. It says, except Austin Matthews probably in that small group of players that would also throw the bird at the camera as well. So no surprise, he's not speaking up. I would hope that he wouldn't, but you never know with some of them.
well, can you guys name a time? I've been watching hockey a long time. Can you name a time you've seen that?
somebody flipping the bird at the camera.
No, knowingly well in the press box.
In the press box.
Yes. Not on the ice and saying
No.
something to the ref or something, or giving the
An
bird to the
emotion?
ref or an emotion.
Like an emotion,
Just
like-
literally sitting there chewing on your popcorn with your Abercrombie and Finch jacket on, and you finger the crowd or you finger the fans. I've never seen it.
We've seen moments where it's like a player in the penalty box with a small group of fans.
Emotion though,
Yeah.
you're involved in the game,
But not
You're not
to the
chomping on
TV.
popcorn, giving the finger to everybody on TSN. I
Yeah.
just have never seen that.
Yeah, I don't think
that's a new one.
I can't say I've seen that one. Just one post I found on Twitter for it. It was 761,000 views. That's just one of the tweets.
Just one. That's what I'm saying. It
761.
may have only reached 1 million on TV, but it's seen way more than that.
Amplified big time.
Yeah.
Here's another one. This one has 1.6 million. So now we're at 2.3 million views with these two tweets that I found.
Yeah.
So it's millions of people now that have seen it.
There's another text. This creates an interesting conversation. There's another text that says NHL fans tried burning Kane alive for holding up 7 fingers in the playoffs. Nylander should most definitely feel the heat for this. Yeah, that's true because like Evander Kane, remember when he said they're going 7, they're going 7.
Right, yeah.
It pissed some people off. It was cocky, whatever, but that I think that falls under gamesmanship still, and you're not given an expletive to fans, camera crew, a TV truck, like that's different. You're in the heat of the game, and you're saying we're going 7, as opposed to F you. Seriously, like I want to say like F you. There's the context is different, and yeah, some people got mad about the K thing. So that's a good point from the texter.
It is.
This is dumb and worse.
There's some things that maybe, if you want to call them in the similar line of fire. But again, I just asked both of you, have you ever seen that before?
Nope.
Oh, I don't believe
And
it.
you've been in media for a long time.
Yeah.
I've played since the mid-90s. I have never seen somebody knowingly finger
The camera.
national audience like that.
Yeah.
As you're sitting up there, again, just getting back from Abercrombie. I've never seen that before.
And I would think just as a player, you know that there's a potential when you're sitting in the press box that you will be on camera.
Well, who was sitting next to him?
Oh, man, it was like,
Tanev.
Yeah,
It was Tanev, and I think Tanev tried to just look straight and not make eye contact. Because if it's me, I'm moving my chair over.
Yeah,
I'm going, don't get me in this shot right now.
Dakota Joshua was behind him. It was like I think they were talking about how many guys were hurt. Yeah. Who else is in there?
It was Tanev, and I'm moving over. I'm like, do not associate me with this at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Don't smile. Don't do anything. Don't show of approval.
And he didn't.
Because the heat's going to come on me then.
He didn't crack a smile. If you notice, he kept it straight, which was great. Thank God.
It's like the penalty box camera. Remember some guys? I remember Ben Eager blew one up when we were on the road. He was mad and he smashed one.
I'm good with that, though.
Yeah, but
I'm good with that. I'm good if you want to blow up a camera and you want to hit it with your stick or whatever. Listen, we're talking back to emotion now.
Yeah.
It's
That's getting the better of you. Okay, you're not up there. Just had like I said,
Just relaxing.
Yeah,
in a way.
just chilling, watching the game for no reason. You're making $400,000 every 2 weeks. It's a good idea to finger TSN.
$5,000. I remember they were like, "Was the bill for Ben for that camera?" I remember I went to the Patty Garland. And I was like, "That was an expensive penalty." He goes, "Yeah, about $5,000."
Oh, so there
we got the bill.
I hope they others paid most of that.
So that's funny. It's somebody, hopefully nobody finds this on the internet because they'll probably say something about me. I'll look like a total idiot here. But I jumped, anyways, we're in LA and I jump on the Kings bench and grab Matthias Nordstrom.
Ooh.
Okay. Rob Blake grabs me from behind. He starts pumping me. Anyways, what happens is I get kicked out. I get suspended for 12 games. But anyways, as I'm walking out, they'll find it now. I didn't know the cameras were there, and I didn't know that the microphone was on. But I take my helmet off, and I scream the biggest F that you can think, and I throw my helmet against the wall. It's all caught on camera. But my point is, again, that's emotion.
Yeah.
I had no idea that the microphones were in the roof. So, but if anybody finds that was, again, completely out of emotion. And I was just mad that I got suspended and I was in a fight and I got punched in the face and all that.
But there's different emotions because there's a lot, like what is said on an ice that fans don't hear. Right? Like how much is said on an ice that the fans are. That's emotion.
Correct.
You're in the middle of a battle. Hockey's a very physical game, as we all know. That when you are hitting or whatever, just extra anger comes out. So that stuff's going to happen in there. But when you're in the press box, you've been up there, I've been up there, you've been up there. You sit there, you're just eating popcorn and chilling. You're watching a hockey game. When you're not playing, like, you could be into it and be like, I hope my team wins. But you're not. It's different. I've never played in the NHL, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot different emotionally.
Well, and I never really, I guess, I don't know. Nobody really wanted to put a camera on me. But anyways, Willie, you know better. Willie's dad, give him a call. Get him in line. Mm-hmm. Willie, throw a suit on for the next game. And we'll go on to something else.
The press box is a professional place too, and I think
that's a good way of looking at it.
It is. It's a place of work. Like it's a workplace.
Oh my Lord! I can imagine somebody walking by me with baggy pants and a hoodie.
Yeah,
they would have thrown them out. Security would have got rid of them. And I'm just saying, back when I was with the Kings.
Yeah.
Everybody had a really nice suit on and ties, and you look professional. And
there's
when you're on
etiquette.
the bus and on the plane and etc.
Yep.
So I don't know. I would have never gotten rid of that dress code thing. It's not like when they get on the plane, they're allowed to take their stuff off and get into their hoodies on the plane anyways. Yep. So it's like, I don't know, look professional, but maybe I'm old school.
Well, the part of me, I'd say that probably because it was a CBA negotiated thing. So these players, this younger generation,
you're right.
I don't want these suits, and whatever the owners didn't want. I think that was one for the owners too. That's an easy given for something else.
True.
Like, we want this. Sure, you have that, and like for them, that's just an easy throwaway.
True. Yeah.
The Leafs, they've lost 4, by the way.
They lost 4?
They've lost 4 straight.
This homestand
sitting
like
6 back
crucial, and if they're going to make it or not.
of the Bruins.
Yeah.
Panthers sit 4 back.
When's
of
the
Bruins.
break? Is it the 8th of February? 9th?
I think it's like the 3rd or 4th. It's
Because it was
pretty
supposed
quick.
to be an All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
And then they switched it to a farewell to the Olympic weekend.
Oh, okay.
And then the NHL was like, yeah, that's stupid. We're just not going to do
They just
anything.
gassed it.
So next Wednesday is the Oilers' last game against the Flames.
Yep.
I would assume that that's the last game, possibly
Last
in
game.
hockey.
I'll double check
So
that,
next
but-
Wednesday. And
Okay.
then the players that aren't going to the Olympics can go and...
Yeah.
Frolic?
And now, is there just like a freeze on everything, or is there a time where teams could start practicing again? Do you guys know?
Well, when I went through it with the Flyers in '98 when they went to, I think, Nagano.
Yeah.
We had 2 weeks off, and we were able to come back and skate with the team. I think it was 4 days, but it had to be like an independent coach. out there.
Captain skate type thing?
Yeah, captain skate. But I don't know what the rules are now.
If it's anything like we've seen in recent years, usually like coming out of a break or whatever, in the CBA, it says you may practice at a certain time on a certain date, and that's like league wide. And who was it? There was a team that practiced like it might have been the Maple Leafs.
I think it wasn't it last year just after Christmas? They practiced early before a flight?
and that was a no-no, and I think they
Yeah.
got a big fine for it.
Yeah, you got to be careful with it.
There was I remember with the Oilers, they were coming out of a break, and the rule was you can, however it was set up, the schedule allowed them to be on the ice at 4 p.m. of this Thursday or whatever it was, and they took the ice at 4 p.m. of that Thursday, and that's when the practice was. And we're like, this is weird. Like it's afternoon going into the evening, and they're practicing, and that's because it was mandated by the league. That was the time you were allowed to come back.
Well, I'm sure Ekholm's making a case for himself right now, hey? After last night.
Hat trick. Yeah.
My Lord. When was the
looks
last
better.
time you saw two defensemen do a rush and bury it, like, basically under the bar? Like, I don't remember the time that's happened.
That was
Insane.
the 4 goals from defensemen in 3:49 last night was an
under
NHL record.
Under 4 minutes.
Yep.
4 defensemen scored a goal. That was crazy.
It was a record.
And was the 6 points a record?
It tied for an Oilers record. It tied. Coffey and Kevin Lowe had also done it
For 6 points?
for 6 points in a game by an Oiler, and it's been done by a few defensemen.
Yeah, it was 3 goals, 3 assists. It was him, Bobby Orr, and 2 other players. I forgot them in NHL history.
But was the game only had 6 goals is my question. Is he the
man.
only defenseman to get all 6 goals in a 6-goal game? Like in that Orr, the Coffee was in an 8-2 score.
So he was involved in every goal.
He was involved
Yeah.
in every goal out of the 6 is my point.
It would probably be likely.
I
would.
you
If I had to guess,
if you had
it'd
to
probably
guess,
more likely, yeah.
the other scores might have been
Yeah.
a 7 or an 8
Yeah.
or a 9, right?
like a stomping or whatever.
like he might be the only one that's done that.
By the way, quick NFL news. Buffalo Bills promoting their OC Joe Brady to head coach.
Wow.
Hot candidate by many over the last number of years to be a head coach. He will be promoted to continue things on there in Buffalo. So we'll see how that plays out. 3 coaching vacancies left. Browns, Cards, Raiders. That is it. So we'll see if Bills fans are happy about that one. We'll see what Lieutenant Eric thinks about that one. So that news just breaking. Yeah, the Oilers now, though, won 2 straight. They can go try to make it 3 very soon against the San Jose Sharks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matthew, for teeing it up like that with the giggle. Where do you come out on? Because this has been discussed, and I'd pointed it out like by the time the Oilers got to like their 4th or 5th opportunity to actually have a winning streak, 3 wins in a row.
Yeah.
They've blown 9 opportunities. I believe this is their 10th to actually put together a 3-game winning streak.
Yeah.
They've lost every time. Do you think teams need winning streaks, or do you think that no, 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4 is better than putting together prolonged winning streaks?
I think the last 10 games, 12 games of the year are the most important. I think on how you roll into the playoffs, because I remember when the Kings did it back in 12, they rolled in, they were unreal the last 10 to 15 games. And they storm rolled steamrolled everybody. So if Edmonton doesn't win 3 in a row, I could care less. I think this team is one of those teams. You can never count them out. It's like the other night when they pulled the goalie and it's like there's a minute to go in the game. You're like, oh yeah, they're going to get a goal, guaranteed. And 30 seconds left, they score. And then who's better on 3-on-3 than the Edmonton Oilers? So this team is so dangerous. I think that move with Skinner and Jari was needed for both of them. You can chalk it up as maybe it's a wash at this point, right? With the Edmonton Oilers, you need decent goaltending. You don't need great goaltending. You need decent. It was the same thing in Chicago when they had Crawford. He's not a great goalie. He's a good goalie. And that's what you need Jari to be. So I think this team is honestly, again, probably going to go for another deep run.
If they put together a nice 10 to 15 game stretch
before the playoffs start, if they get on a roll, yes, for sure.
But what's wild about that, like last year, if you look, because of injuries, because of resting players, they were a mess going into the playoffs in terms of their last stretch.
Year?
Yeah. And then they turned it on.
They had injuries. They were sitting guys out to keep them
like that.
Healthy.
Yeah, but they also had a big lead too, though. Like if you look, if you looked at since November, they were unbelievable.
But that's the thing. Like for the Oilers last year, like they're to that point. Like this is a team you can never count out.
Oh yeah, like it's quite honestly. I when you have those two players, it's how do you count them out? But I'll tell you what. If there was ever pressure on a city and on a team, it's coming up. It's coming up in April. I'll tell you that because listen, close isn't good enough anymore. It really isn't. Yeah. You guys need a parade downtown, and Connor needs a ring on his finger to be considered great, or he'll be just a jumbo 2.0 at the end of the day. Unfortunately, because if you leave this city or you leave the National Hockey League, and he doesn't have a Stanley Cup on his finger, and he's got all these points, and he's got these whatever records under his belt, how great is he? All the greats, all of them pretty much have got championships.
Yep.
Other than a couple, and are they great? Agilna, I would say he's a great hockey player.
Yep.
Jumbo Joe Thornton, great hockey player. Are they McDavid? No, they're not. So, but my point is that if you leave this game, and he knows it more than anybody. Nobody has to tell Connor McDavid that he needs a championship. That's why he took a haircut to sign here for like $6 million a year. He wants to win more than anybody, and I hope it's this summer.
See, and I'm more optimistic for next summer.
Same here.
For next year.
Oh, you think next year?
Because I don't know what the Oilers could do realistically at the deadline with their assets, with their cap.
But don't you think they're good enough now?
Well, I also think that like Colorado or Minnesota, and just because of Glenn Gullet's and even Dallas, I would be worried about them for this year. Like the Oilers that have an advantage right now that they're in a weak division. Like if you look at where they are actually in the standings,
they're tied with Vegas now.
Yes,
for first, but the Golden Knights have 3 games in hand on them,
and the Oilers, like those other 3 teams, are just higher points.
They're excellent hockey teams, no doubt about it.
So the Oilers' advantage though is that they could go through the playoffs in a. They have easier games to get to a conference final in theory. But the Oilers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12th in the NHL in terms of points.
Well, also,
so it's not like where they were prior, but then next year, because of the cap, because McDavid's left that money on the table, that kicks in next year.
Yeah.
And the cap's shooting up. I look at next year as the year. There's nothing else. Like it has to be a ring.
Do you know what the odds are, though, you guys? Like, if you go on Polymarket right now and put the odds of the Edmonton Oilers going to the Stanley Cup Finals again for the 3rd year in a row, you know what the odds are?
It'd be low.
It is so low.
Exactly.
And you're talking about next year going back and winning the Cup at some point.
That's why I think next year.
I think they got to do it now.
Because I think it's also hard to get there 3 years in a row.
No, man.
So you don't get there this year. It gives you that off year to reset. Next year, you back.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd rather get it done this spring.
Oh, I think everyone would.
I'd rather get it done this spring. Everybody, forecasting and we'll be back. You guys just mentioned 2 powerhouse teams. Like how the hell are they going to get through Colorado? Can they get through Vegas? Yeah, I think they can get through Vegas. Yeah. Can they get through Colorado right now in a 7-game series? Boy, oh boy, get your popcorn out. You know, it's that's going to be a beast of a series, and some goalie's going to have to stand on his head. You know, because look at the firepower Colorado has. It's insane. Same as Edmonton.
Yep.
You know,
Started day one for the Avs.
Absolutely. So yeah, I think they're ready to rock this summer or this spring. Sorry, and if like again, don't project about if it's me in that locker room, which I'm sure they are. We're just talking about on a sports show. But if I'm in there, I'm going, now's the time. Like, now is the time,
100%.
right?
You can never, like, even management has to be looking like, how do we get it done this year?
So do they make them? So if they do make a move, what do you think is the missing ingredient? Is there anything that you think?
I'm always defense. I don't think you can ever go wrong with more defense or strengthening up your defense. To me, it's just defense.
Defense?
You feel like if you're the Oilers, you have the goaltending figured out. That's what you have to be thinking right now.
Yeah.
We've got Jari as the long-term piece. We've got Ingram. That's how Bowman and Jackson would, I think, be thinking.
Yeah.
Then they've got to sit there and be like, okay, we've got Connor, we've got Leon, we've got Hyman up front. Yes, it'd be nice to add something there, but Ekholm's getting older. Can he handle a full playoffs completely? You know, Regula's not the best. You know, okay, maybe we add another. You know, we lost Kulak. You'd be thinking.
Yeah.
So that's where, to me, if I'm Jackson, if I'm Bowman, I'm going, I would love to go get it. Like,
do you like Chychrun?
Yes.
Everyone would.
Absolutely.
Why don't you go get him?
And then that's where the cap kicks in. It's like they are so up against it. Like they brought up that Szymanski guy and sent down Howard yesterday, and it saved them. What was it, like $100 and something grand on the cap?
They do have 24.
It's
they do
tight.
have. What do they have in two defensemen? Don't they have 21 million tied up in 2D?
Yeah,
They got Bouchard and they got Nurse.
Yeah.
At 21 mil.
Yeah.
So
That's
you're
the
right.
thing.
If you got to bring a Chychrun and somebody's going out.
And now
Somebody's
you can't
gonna-
have that playoff cap where it's over.
look at
It has to be dead
Yes,
on this year.
you're right.
And so
It's
that's where the
different.
trade deadline this year is going to be fascinating
You're
because
right.
GMs don't, I think, are sitting there like, how does this work? Like,
That's
how
a
are we going to
very
go
good
about doing
point.
this?
That's a very good point.
And that's where, if I'm the Oilers, I'm only making a big move. Again, this is against what you're thinking here. If I'm getting like that Ekholm deal where it's like, yeah, I've got this player locked in this year, next year. I'm not bringing in a rental just for this year. I'm not bringing in a guy who might be.
Oh God, you
and
have to. You have to.
I need somebody that's going to be here next year
God,
as
no.
well.
Say that to Toronto. Say that to teams that are, I don't know, man. I can't think you can have the mentality of just all putting it off another year. Especially
It's
with,
a balancing to me of both.
Could you imagine the mental anguish that Connor and Leon would be in if they made it to the frickin' finals again?
Yeah.
This might be the absolute depression dagger that kills both of them. If they make it there again and they lose, it's like, you know what? I'm hanging it. I'm done.
Well, part of that would be is then go win it. If you get there again, go finish this off.
Yeah, but you're
you
talking
want the
about-
legacy. You want to be known as a great.
100%.
Finish it off this
I'm just
time.
saying, if they make it to the finals again, and let's say it's game 6 or game 7, and all of a sudden Connor's throwing water bottles and Coke cans across the room because they lost out in game 7, I think that is the biggest dagger.
Yeah.
Are you talking about 3 finals in a row and you don't win one of them?
It would break you.
It would.
But now you're jumping ahead. It's like we don't know what the Oilers would have done to get to that moment.
Right,
So you wouldn't be mad. Like management may have pushed things in.
I know what
Right.
you're
Like
saying. Yeah,
you don't know what they would have fully done
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
If they're back in a cup final, to me the pressure's on Connor and Leon. I don't care about management. I don't care about the team.
Yes.
You got
do
there.
it.
You have to now just carry this team for 4 more wins.
Does-
And there's no other alternative to this.
You're right. You're right.
You just gotta go get it done.
You're right.
The pressure's
You're
on.
right. I mean, didn't Elway go to the Super Bowl 3 times?
It took a couple of appearances for him to finally get it done.
Was
You're
3
right.
Super Bowls before he won in his 14th year.
I think you're right.
I just watched that doc. It's amazing.
I need to check that one out.
It's excellent.
And they went
It's
back
called-
to back, right?
Correct.
They went back to back, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
He went to the Super Bowl his first 3 years, and then he didn't get back there. He didn't win it until his 14th year.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm just saying.
Did you meet him at Gazzola?
Yeah, I did.
Nice
Yeah,
guy,
he
huh?
was playing poker with a couple guys,
He's a friendly dude.
Shelly knows him pretty good.
Oh, that whole area.
Yeah. It was wild. I'm like, oh my god, that's Elway.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah,
So check out the documentary.
it's excellent.
Yeah. Did you meet his
It's
son,
so
Jack?
good. Yeah,
Because Jack's there too. Jack and Maddie.
Yeah.
I saw Jackson the documentary. I'll text him when I watch it.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, there's just some athletes you meet that they just leave an impression, and John Elway leaves an impression.
He's got like this big. You know what? I thought he would be like bigger.
I did too. I'm like, that's Elway.
Yeah.
But he's so sort of beat up and like, his hands are like this.
Mitts.
His big mitts are like this, right? And he's sort of walking slow and you're like, oh shit, like the NFL really got him good,
But he smiles like, hey, Tommy. Like, hey, John, nice to meet you. Like,
I played in a much different time where they were beat up a lot more as quarterbacks.
Yeah.
There wasn't as much protection of the quarterbacks back in those days.
They were beat up.
So go check out the doc.
Yes.
Is that Netflix?
Great doc.
Netflix, yeah.
I think it's Netflix.
Yeah. I still haven't seen the Beckham one. Everyone raved about the
Beckham one was really good.
Beckham one was, I watched the Jordan one again.
The Last Dance.
Oh, man.
It was really well done.
Whoever produced that was one of the best sports docs I've ever seen.
We're still talking about it.
I know. It
8
came out
years later or whatever.
Oh, no, it came out in COVID, I think.
Right? So it was coming out in COVID, and I trying to remember if I recall correctly, I think they bumped it up. It was supposed to come out in the summer or something, and then they were like, "We're moving it up earlier because no one else had anything else to watch." So they're like, "Hey, here we go," and it was like even better because then we're like, "Well, what are we gonna watch? Oh, this new MJ talk. Let's do this 8 parts or whatever it was."
Yeah, God, it came out right after Tiger King. You ever seen Tiger King?
I didn't watch that one actually.
Yeah.
But I remember for the Jordan one, I reached out to Netflix from a media perspective. Like, can I get an advanced screening of this? And they gave me like 6-episode advanced screening. So I saw it before everyone else.
You did?
They just wouldn't give the last couple of episodes until they came out.
Oh,
so I threw it on my
way.
brother because I don't have a Netflix account. I threw it on my brother's. And so he got to watch it earlier. But like, we all were like, let's watch this. Like, it was so anticipated. And then we had nothing else to watch.
It was
so it was even
good.
more anticipated.
Has the NHL done what do you think of that? When it's not Full Swing, but it's
Drive to Survive type thing?
Yeah, but they do it for the NHL. don't they?
Amazon Prime, it's back-to-back years.
Face Off?
Was it?
It is called. I think it's Face Off.
I think it's called Face Off.
How do you like it?
I watched 2 episodes and I was like,
Yeah. What is it about? How do they get over that hurdle?
I don't know.
Of making the. Is it just because of the way that the game is played on a sheet of ice, and it's got boards around it, and where all the other sports, it's literally just
right there.
It's right there. There's, I just don't know. How do they get it? Is it the swagger? Is it? I don't know. Like,
I liked Saving Sakic.
I thought
that was amazing. Like, to me, I was in.
Saving Sakic was really good.
I was in on that. I was like, oh, this has to do with Hollywood. And was it Han Solo? What's his name? Harrison Ford. It had to do with Harrison Ford. And
Yes.
Was it Air Force One or one of those movies where they leveraged the money and it allowed them to go get Sakic signed with the Avs?
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I really like Saving Sakic. I did too.
That was one where I'm like, this is cool.
What about hockey movies? How do they rate for you? So let's say the 3. If you were to go 1, 2, 3, how do they go for you?
Oh, Maddie, you go first.
I'm just trying to think which ones I put there. But like, I also was of the generation that I would throw like, I'm going to put them all as one type thing, but like the Mighty Ducks would be in there for me. Because I was a kid, and those were great hockey movies for me.
So give me 3.
Slapshot would have to be in there.
Okay, 1.
I'm just trying to think of any other hockey movies.
Has there been one recently?
No.
Well, you had Goon. That'd be more of the more recent one.
Goon
there was the one with Justin Timberlake. I forgot what that one was called.
Love Guru?
Love Guru would have been
with Mike
focused
Myers.
on hockey.
No.
There's a bunch of slaps. So then there's different slap shots. There's Miracle.
Yeah.
Miracle was good. A lot of people talk about Mystery Alaska. I never watched
Mystery Alaska. Yeah. I'm just trying to think what other hockey movies. Youngblood. Dean Millard's a huge fan of that one.
Yeah. I watched that in 1986 in the movie theater. $2 to get in.
Was it a big
Youngblood? Yeah, I went home and I put white tape in the middle of my stick.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I was infatuated. So yeah, for me, it's. I guess I'd go like as far as a hockey movie goes. I think Miracle's incredible.
Yeah, that was. Really
I think they did
done.
a really good job with Miracle.
Yeah.
Loved Youngblood and Slapshot.
See, and
and then
probably-
everything after that.
I'd probably put like D2, D1, and Slapshot. But again,
I love Mighty Ducks.
there's a nostalgia too of growing up watching
Yeah,
the
I
Mighty
guess
Ducks.
so,
D2 was
eh?
great.
Yeah.
I still always think about the big bad Iceland.
I was like, whoa,
taking
I
them down.
you know I've never seen them.
And
They're
I,
cheap.
quite
I
frankly,
watched him.
there's no reason for you to have seen them.
Well, no, there
right?
was, because a guy that I played hockey with named Basil McRae,
He was in.
he was in it.
Yes.
Oh, was he?
Yes, this
With
was
Mike
in
Modano.
the early 90s
Okay.
or something. He was with Mike Modano.
Yep.
And so when Basil was in there, I tuned in just to watch Baz because he was with Tampa.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was D1. They go to a Minnesota North Stars practice, I think it was, and it was McRae and Modano.
Yes.
And then Gretzky's in D2.
Yep.
And then Paul Correa's in D3.
Oh, Wayne's in D2?
Yeah, he goes into the Team USA's locker room.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you look, they actually do have it. If you look, there's a shot of the standings, and Canada's not doing well.
Yeah.
That's why it's Canada. Like, if you're, where's Canada? Like, they actually didn't do well in the tournament of the, forgot what it was called.
The Goodwill Games.
Goodwill Games.
Junior
Goodwill
Goodwill
Games.
Games. It's like,
And
what
they
is
did
this?
Iceland because no one would care, basically.
Yeah.
Like, they were not
They're
pissing off an
strategic.
audience. If they did Canada versus US, they knew at least, well, Canada would be like, what the hell? Why are you going against it? We're not cheering for the Ducks. Screw you. Go Canada.
I think in how they do montage.
Yeah.
They had like a newspaper headline, USA stuns Canada or something like that. And you're right, they had the standings and Canada was
weren't
struggling.
doing
in
well.
The Junior Goodwill Games.
We didn't send our best players to that one, so
no.
it was a rough year for Canada at those
Yeah.
Goodwill Games.
Yeah.
Speaking of 99, he had a birthday yesterday.
He did.
65.
He's an old man.
It was also the anniversary of Kobe's passing.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He passed on January 26th with,
Yeah, I'll never forget
with
that
his
one.
daughter?
Yeah, that was in 2020.
Wow. On Wayne's birthday. I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's one of the saddest things I've ever heard.
I remember I was just stunned because I remember I opened up on my
yeah.
Twitter and I saw TMZ says Kobe Bryant helicopter crash. I shut it down because I'm like, that can't be right. Like, and then I reopened and it was there and it was just like, whoa. And then like you'd see helicopter, like this is legit. Like,
Legit.
because he's known for his helicopter.
Yeah.
But just back to the documentaries and all that. I would say for hockey, like they did that 24/7 for like the early Winter Classics on HBO.
Those were good.
That were done really well.
Yeah.
And then they
Really
moved away
well.
from HBO for that.
Really
And that was
well.
kind of a mistake.
Yes.
The other thing though with Drive to Survive, which is the F1 one that has done well, that I don't know if hockey would want this, is that it is known, and some of the drivers have been pissed off that the way they've produced the episodes, they fake drama. They fake beefs between drivers. And there have
Really?
been drivers that have sat there after, like, I watched this, like, that's not at all what happened. But
Oh,
they
you
created
can't do
some,
that.
they created a little bit of conflict to add interest for the viewers. Would hockey be okay with that? Would hockey players be okay if Amazon did a series, but they created, they took words that weren't supposed to be with and pieced them together in a way that it's like, well, I don't want beef with Leon, but now you're creating beef with me. But Drive to Survive became so popular because they created drama.
Well, tell Amazon it's the only sport in the world that can fight.
That's
too.
right.
So,
Yeah.
you know what? You want to get us going a little bit? No problem.
Well, but in Drive to Survive, they could also just take you out and possibly, cause the big crash.
Oh, man.
That could be a little more worse than
That's
that
true.
one.
That's true. It's worse than a punch, flipping a car.
Those cars are worth millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Okay. You're right about the formula Drive to Survive created because they did Full Swing with golf. I think they created a NASCAR one, and they always wanted to get that Netflix crew that did Drive to Survive to do these other ones. And I feel like because it's been copied and applied to different sports already, you've kind of spoiled that formula.
And they also missed the boat. If they would have done this in 1999 or 2000.
Well, and
When you had
Hard Knocks came out for the NFL.
when you had the big boys still in the lineups, and you could follow them on the ice, and you want to talk about like getting guys going, you didn't have to get them going back then. So that would have been a great time to have the Grim Reaper and the Twister and all these Proby, and it would have been awesome to follow them around at that time.
Yeah.
Now it's, I guess I shouldn't say that it's really went one way, which it sort of has, but what are you on the ice? There's no more big open ice hits.
Not really. No.
You're rubbing guys out nowadays is what you're really doing. And if you rub them out too hard, you get a penalty.
Well, and if you have a big hit, if it's clean, you have to fight.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, the things that have changed too is like teams get blown out at home like 8-1, and like there's not even a roughing penalty anymore. It's like things have just changed. So where are you going to follow these guys around to get that type of things that audiences really are craving? I don't know. It's a good question.
Tony Twist looked like the scariest dude, by the way.
Dude, he was in our when we played St. Louis. I was with San Jose. I was a healthy scratch that night.
Yeah.
And so was he. And I went into our weight room and he was in there.
In your weight room?
Yeah, doing bench press. And I walked up to him like, hey man, how you doing? He had a muscle shirt on. He was like, hey Brantt, nice to meet you. I'm like, hey Tony, how are you? You gonna spot me for a bench here?
He was like, I looked at that.
That
like,
is
oh my god,
that is an intimidating looking dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was a beast, and I fought him when I was 19, and I just remember I couldn't. So he hit me so hard in the fight, that my helmet just popped off, and I didn't know what was wrong with my jaw because I couldn't eat that night when we went out after the game.
Yeah.
And looking back, he had to have cracked my jaw because I couldn't eat for 2 weeks at least.
Wow.
So he was really scary. Some guys could hurt you, and he could do some damage.
Yeah, Maddie, you just saw the pictures of him, and it's like
I wanted to shut off the phone right away because like he's gonna beat me through the phone. I think here's him all bloody and all that with those jerseys.
Oh yeah, no,
Look at
and
those
his,
hands.
and his jersey would come off. Back then, the Rob Ray rule wasn't really in effect.
the tie down
thing, and the jersey would come off, and now you got that guy with nothing to grab onto. It was just such a different game.
His hand on that one is it's like it looks like a spider.
It's just massive.
We've got a bunch of texts that have come in.
We'll get to that. Portions of this hour, by the way, of the Hangout there, brought to you by the High Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk, promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out at highproductmarketing.com. This is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage right here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports coming up at 11. Lockshot, myself, and Dusty. We've got two guys in goalie, EST Afternoons, Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. That's all. We'll take you until 6 o'clock. What text do we got?
We got a lot of good ones today. 780-218-9999 is the Paris Jewelers inbox. This one, Andrew Ferentz had the equipment malfunction and everyone laughed. The President of the United States gave a citizen the middle finger the other day. Nylander is not breaking norms, unfortunately. That I understand. The Ferentz thing, he did get in trouble for that. That was after he scored a goal. I think it was in Montreal, and he gave the one finger salute to everybody. President, not going to say anything about that. That's not good. You shouldn't do that. Outside of that, the norm, that's not good that people are thinking it's okay to give the middle finger. Mm-hmm. In the instance with Nylander, it goes back to what Brandt says, in my opinion. You did it to the camera, and it could be perceived, and you did deliberately to the camera because you knew the camera was on you. It could be perceived from a 5-year-old like Brandt's son. Mm-hmm. Like, why is he saying F word? Why is he doing a swear word to us? People that don't know him or that are tuning into the game or could perceive he's saying it to the fans. You could be people might catch on he's doing it to the truck, the TV truck. He's not in the game. There's no heat of the moment. I think it's the setting that makes it worse, and where the Leafs are at obviously doesn't help.
It's not like he just got kicked out of a brawl,
right? And
he's sitting up there and he's pissed off that he got kicked. Like he's out of the game.
No,
he's just sitting chilling and they're on a 6-game losing streak. And it's like, let's finger TSN. That's a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
And then sort of like giggle about it when you're asked about it.
Yep.
There was no apology to it. And again, like I was disappointed, but there's children that watch these games.
It sets a bad example.
So he knows better. Hopefully his dad gave him a call and talked to him. His dad was a complete professional his whole career.
Good player.
William's been an unbelievable hockey player. But again, you just can't do that.
Yeah. This text about Mighty Ducks, I think you'll remember this line. I still recall Greenland is full of ice and Iceland is very green. That was when Gordon Bombay took out the trainer from Greenland on a date for ice cream.
Okay.
When trying to speak to either country. And then...
It's a bold move.
Yeah.
You're in the heat of a battle.
Yeah, that's right. This one says Canada versus Russia 72 with Jerry D as Wayne Cashman, 2-parter sports drama CBC a few years back. I remember that. That was really well done. This one says, I would love to see a doc or 30 for 30 on Slapshot. Do you know that was written by... We talked about this last night, Carius and I. Nancy Dowd is who wrote Slapshot. Her brother is Ned Dowd.
Yeah, I heard of Ned Dowd.
And he was Ogie Oglethorpe.
Okay, that's what it was. That's how that name rings a bell.
Yes.
Wow.
So his sister wrote Slapshot because, as it was told to me yesterday, she had heard all these stories from her brother and her brother's friends playing in the minors in the 70s. So she's like, I'm going to write a screenplay.
Wow.
And that's how we ended up with Slapshot, which was a
incredible
peek behind the curtain in hockey.
Incredible.
Who did I say it to? I sent
movie.
the clip to someone in the summer where they're doing the fashion show at the mall.
He's in the house coat.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
And the lady's like, here, so-and-so comes from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. And then all yours, he shows his twig and giggle berries to the ladies.
Jerry, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stand out there.
You cheap son of a bitch. Yeah. I'm gonna do it.
He had the big stash, the porn stash
Yes.
going.
Yeah.
It was such a great movie. Oh.
And then we've got this one from Marty McFly in Red Deer.
Marty McFly.
Says, tell Mizey the boys at Riverbend Golf in Red Deer love him and miss him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first job out of rehab.
Red Deer?
Was a Red Deer Golf and Country Club. I made $16 an hour. And I was praying that none of my friends would walk in the pro shop and see me booking tee times. I'm like, please don't, man. But they gave me, I was there every morning at whatever, I think it opened at 6 o'clock or something.
Those golf courses open
They open
early.
up
I'm one of those
early.
people that'll be there for those early golf times.
Yeah, so it was great to actually really get humbled a little bit from, thinking that your shit don't stink, and now you're doing that. So
They say hello and they send their best.
yeah,
so-
hey boys.
Yeah.
I got some other news from the National Hockey League.
Ooh,
From George Richards out in Miami or Florida, who covers the Panthers. Sasha Barkov back on the ice today in Fort Lauderdale with other long-term injured players, including Kulikov, Gajovic, and Nosek. 4 months after an ACL surgery. Moving pretty good.
so we're looking at a week from now, Olympic break, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I mean, he'll be back. He'll be back for
That's
at least
crazy.
the last 5 games of the year, maybe.
From a torn ACL, too.
Torn ACL, which should have been what, 7-8 months. You know,
The way he's going right now, like
he might be.
maybe mid-March,
I was gonna say
like a month to go in the season. Because it
the
goes till
season-
mid-April.
It does.
Yeah.
It goes to the 15th of April now.
Because of the
17th,
Olympics.
I think, and all
Oh,
that.
well,
Yeah.
then you're right. It could be a month to
Like-
go in the season. Yeah.
He comes in.
Yeah.
They're only 3 back or whatever it was, 4 back for a playoff spot right now. But they're not comfortably in a playoff spot. So they're going to need him to get to the playoffs. But
They don't win nothing.
skating.
They don't win nothing without him.
He's great.
It was like when Landeskog went down in Colorado.
Yeah.
The minute he went down, I said they're done.
and now they're having such a great season. Look who's back in the lineup this year.
He's
You know,
back. Yeah.
It's incredible where one guy has an impact like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just the attitude or just the presence. It must be.
Yeah, I mean, if you luck out, you can get 2 guys like, when Crosby went down in Pittsburgh, Gino just really stepped his game up.
Yeah.
It was no different than Mario and Yager. But actually, Connor and Leon, they've never really been without each other, have they? Like, nobody's really been hurt, which is wild when you think about it. Both those guys have been healthy.
Yeah. For the most part,
For
yeah.
the most part.
Leon plays through injuries. It's like a couple years ago in the playoffs, he had that high ankle in that Kings
That was
series.
wild.
He just kept playing, but like we haven't seen playoffs where one's without the other for an extended amount of time in those playoffs. They're together.
The one injury was Hyman that really happened, but other than that, they've had each other, which is really cool to see. Nobody's been hurt.
What impresses me the most about those two is they get even better in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They don't hide. They don't get scared. Nothing. There's no fear.
That being said, can I ask you why the production wasn't there in the finals?
That is to me is the head scratcher.
Like, how does Leon Draisaitl go pointless?
Yeah. What I think he had something. Was it last year or 2 years ago that he didn't talk about, but he had something.
I think 2 years ago there was a long list of things
Yeah.
that they Nuge was supposed to have something. I think like there was, and they didn't say anything.
But when you look at the last 13 games, how does he only have 2 points?
Of this season?
No.
No, in the Cup final.
Cup final. How does he only have 2 points? How is there no goal scored?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Is it that at that point he is just so depleted that he's got nothing left in the tank? Because if you're
Is Florida that good?
Or is Florida that good?
Yeah.
How many points did Connor have last year in the 6 games?
Like he had some,
I think he had like 3.
Yeah, but
Like it wasn't a lot. It felt like whatever they did, their system was like, okay, we're staying out of the box.
yeah.
And if we go in, here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And they just found a way. But my point is Leon is so good at offense, and obviously Connor. How does he go pointless in the finals?
Matt, did you have the Cup final stats?
Yeah, I've got
You do?
Leon.
Okay.
Last year, he actually produced last year.
Was it last?
Last year, he had two 2-point games, 1 3-point game, 1 1-point game, but nothing in games 3 and 6.
Okay, sorry. That's
Then
what I
they
was.
won prior to that. He was
Yeah.
pointless to the first 3, had 2 points in an 8-1 win.
Yeah.
Had 1 point in a 5-1 win in game 6,
Okay.
but was pointless in games 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7.
Okay.
And
So
that
in back-to-back
was- I think he had
games,
something.
clinchers or series clinchers, he didn't have a point in either of those.
Okay.
I could pull up Connor here.
Okay. But anyways, it's just wild. Maybe Florida's that good. You know, or he was so hurt too. Like he was playing through an injury that he just couldn't get it done. I don't know, man. But it's your horses at that level. Like you saw who pulled through for them: Barkov, Bennett, Marchand.
Yeah.
Right? Like
well,
those
Evan
guys.
Rodriguez and Carter Verhaeghe.
Rodriguez, Verhaeghe.
Yeah.
Like they got to step it up, man. Like, so it'll be interesting.
So Connor last year, he started off strong, 2 points, 3 points, and then in the final 4 games, he only had 2 points. He was 2 games pointless, 2 games just 1 point. The finals prior to that was excellent to start, like 0 points, but then 1 point, 2 point, 4 points, 4 points, then was shut out for points in game 6 and 7. Yeah. So when you look at those, like
So the last 2
if
games.
you look at game 6 and 7 alone of a Stanley Cup final,
Yeah.
Connor has 0 points and Leon has very few points as well.
And when was the last time that Connor McDavid went 2 full games without a point?
He just did last week, and it was the first time in forever.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
You know. So
And he came back with a 5-point night. No big deal.
he crushed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, buddy, I'm excited for this spring. I think what do you guys think of the Olympics coming up?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
4 Nations gave us that little taste of what this hockey is, and we all got into the 4 Nations, and now it's but with more countries, it's just going to be more exciting and something more important on the line.
Who do you replace Hagel? Is it Point or Hagel went down?
I think Sorelli got hurt too.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Did Sorelli
Yeah,
go
he
down?
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Point and Sorelli.
Point's the big one.
Who are you guys bringing in?
Do you just go back to
You going to grabbing Bennett and
'cause
grabbing
there's a-
Scheifele?
loyalty is definitely a theme with this group.
Yeah.
I think Bennett was probably one of the biggest woes for people when it came to the forwards of not being on this team from what he does in the playoffs.
100%.
So I think he would have to be at the top of that
Might
list.
be the next guy coming.
Matthias Ekholm, by the way, not named to Sweden. They named some replacements today. He wasn't.
Oh, he's
named
not
to
even he's not even on a reserve?
He was they. Yeah, they
Like,
just
He's
named.
not a reserve player? Wow.
He might be soon, but they named. I just saw it.
Go for it. Go for
Hampus Lindholm was added
Really?
with Marcus Johansson. For Jonas Brodin was Lindholm added for, and Leo Carlson. Well, those two. So yeah, no Matthias Ekholm added to that, which, Stinks for him.
Yeah, but
great for the Oilers.
And that's the other thing too. I was thinking about this because we were talking about Bouchard yesterday on Oil Stream, and there are people that are enamored with him, and it's hard not to be when he puts up 6 points and does what he does offensively. And they're like, come on, he's got to be a consideration for a replacement. And I understand that argument, but at the same time, if you're an Oiler fan, the pride of having another Oiler in the Olympics, pardon me, as opposed to letting a guy like that rest, letting an Ekholm rest.
I would have liked, from an Oiler perspective, Ekholm or Bouchard to be there, but as an eighth defenseman that never sees the ice. So he gets rest, but he's around some of those guys. He's around a Cale Makar. He's around a Drew Doughty to see their prep, see how they go about things.
I think that's beneficial too.
Good point. He doesn't have to play. Right. Like, he's not a guy, then you don't have to risk injury or anything like that. I think that would have been perfect for him and for the Oilers. Be like, yeah, you're still an Olympian. You're still there. But yeah, we don't have to, you get your rest. You're just going to be around some of those guys to see what they do differently maybe, or what it takes for them. Because we talked about Connor learning from Crosby, going to these type of things.
Now,
that'd be the extent of it.
As a fan of Canadian hockey and wanting to see Canada win gold every time it plays in an international tournament, I would want Matthew Schaefer to have that experience over Evan Bouchard at such a young, that's impressionable age in his career.
In 2030, he's ready to go.
Yeah. I think that would be more beneficial.
There was a lot of criticism of Crosby not being part of the 06 team.
Right.
Like, he should be there. This is the young guy. He's the future. It worked out for him, obviously, because Sidney Crosby.
Well, and 2010 was amazing.
There was all of that. So,
yeah, they do that.
Whoa.
These chairs do that.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Nah, hey, you're not the first, and you won't be the last. So don't worry about that one.
Okay, so Sweden added Marcus Johansson and Hampus Lindholm, like Maddie was saying. Injury replacements for Leo Carlson and Jonas Brodin. We were talking with Brandt, we were talking, Maddie and I, about like, people were saying, hey, could Evan Bouchard be back on Canada's radar? Mm-hmm. And Maddie was saying, it might be beneficial for him to see how these other guys prepare in situations, high pressure, like an Olympics. And I don't disagree with that. Mm-hmm. But I also said, I'd rather see Matthew Schaefer, a 18, 19-year-old rookie out of the Islanders, get that experience, starting to understand how to do it at that level as an 18-year-old for 2030.
From a Canadian perspective.
From a Canadian perspective.
Oh, you mean other than Bouchard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's always going to be a couple guys they're going to make a case. Evan's offensive abilities have made the case. But I think collectively, as a whole, when you look at the back end of Team Canada right now, I'm with you. I probably would have taken Schaefer. Yeah.
Show him what it's like.
Why not?
Yep.
Why not?
Collingwood Rob, a text about Slapshot. Collingwood Rob says, I was 14 years old. We talked to my buddy's mom to take us to Slapshot because it was rated PG and you need an adult to take you. Needless to say, after the language used in the fashion show scene, she went to the lobby at the old JP Cinema and waited for us after the show.
They should pull you out with her.
They had PG. That back then it was an M for mature. It was the rating. Because PG you can get in if you're a kid.
Yeah, I thought PG-13 is when parents.
PG-13.
Slapshot rating.
I thought it was M for mature.
And then there's the R.
Well, yeah.
Which is
like,
I think that's because there are some movies that have to do certain things because they don't want the full R rating.
Yeah, like they
want to stay at an M.
What would Deadpool be? Isn't that like a double R?
Yeah. It says Slapshot's rated R.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
But maybe back in the day, like the movie ratings have evolved.
Or maybe Collingwood Rob and him and his friends told his mom, the mom,
was PG.
It's just PG.
Yeah,
you're going to come with us, but it's just a PG movie. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
And now he's just lived to believe that it's a PG because that's how it's not a lie if you believe it.
Right.
And at that time,
the old Costanza.
Yes.
There's no way it was PG when that came out. There's no way.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think, but
there's so much swearing and sex and
and some are just timeless classics that you'll never be able to reproduce, like the Hanson brothers. I mean, they will live on forever the crazy thing is though, like back in that time, there were some games that literally were like that.
That's freaky, man.
Not that there was three brothers.
Right.
But the games would get insane.
Yeah.
Like, the bench clearing brawls that we would have were just crazy. You ever see when the coach punched the mascot?
No.
Oh, bro, this is the best. So if you Google Atlanta Knights mascot getting punched, I was there that game. He's an ex-NHL coach. He jumps over the glass, punches this big deflated big bubble man, and his head deflates as he gets punched in the face, and they arrested him after the game.
Okay, yeah, I'm watching it right now.
I was there that night.
What league? IHL?
IHL. He jumps over the glass and punches him in the face, and then the whole State Puff Marshmallow Man deflates, and then the cops arrested him after.
That almost looks like Dave Brown.
No, but that coach played in the NHL for like a long time. I can't remember his name.
He was really mad. Like
he was severely mad. That thing kept bouncing its head on the glass, and then he just had enough and he jumped over. But I mean, that's the league I played in. Like, it was crazy.
Okay, yeah. He jumped.
This one person comes in real late, like doesn't want to defend him.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
He laid some
that's not
haymakers
good.
on him.
It's like, come on, man. When do you see that, right?
And then the fans start throwing stuff at the coach.
Yeah, that was in Atlanta.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Well, then some people, as the coach is just trying to come back over the board, some people are coming after the coach. And then the players immediately jump up to the glass to protect him to allow him to get over. Like, you want to go?
that's Don Jackson.
Yes, it's Don Jackson.
Yeah.
He played for the Flames.
And the Oilers.
Yeah. That's Donnie Jackson.
I knew he looked familiar.
I was trying to think, what's that guy's name? Because he played a long time in the league.
Yeah.
And Donnie J, I just remember everybody's screaming, and I look over, and all of a sudden the mascot's getting the shit beat out of it. And it's Jackson.
I knew he looked familiar. Not Dave Brown, Don Jackson.
Yeah.
He was suspended 10 games and fined $1,000. The Atlanta Knights were also fined $1,000 for the mascot's conduct.
Thank God the mascot didn't finger anybody though.
The mascot did have a cut lip afterwards.
Oh yeah, no,
That's what it was. But that was what he got.
Did
a cut
Jackson
lip.
get arrested or by the cops?
I'm trying to read.
I'm pretty sure they might have been waiting for him after the game.
Oh, so then I have a story though where the mascot decided not to press charges. Against him.
Okay.
But so he would have been arrested. He filled out a police report. Authorities discussed the incident with Jackson after the game. So the police came after that game.
I remember that. Yeah. It was crazy.
Did you have anything with it, like fans or anything like that, whether it was junior or pro?
No. You mean like altercations or anything?
Yeah.
No.
That's good.
I've never had any type of altercation. I mean, sure, you get the normal, like, guys trying to, whatever, maybe dump a beer or something, maybe, or squirt a water bottle, but nothing crazy.
That's good, because like you've seen some stuff like that, obviously. I've never seen that.
No, that's wild. And there's some stuff that happened in the IHL that was just, it was a slap shot league.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of NHL guys were playing in that league.
Was it good money too?
It was really good money.
Yeah.
They were paying some guys like $300,000 to go
the
play in
90s.
the minors in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, whoa, that's Radek Bonk started out there.
Oh, great name.
That's right, in
For
Vegas.
Vegas.
That's right.
He went there. That little Russian that was so good for Boston that retired a little while ago.
Samsonov, yeah.
He started out there too. So there was a lot of really good hockey players in the IHL.
It merged with the AHL eventually.
No.
It didn't?
No.
What
It
happened?
was separate. It folded.
Did
So
it
we won my first year there in 94, we won the Turner Cup. And then it folded in
2001.
Okay.
Operated from 94 to
There you go.
2001.
There you go.
An alternate farm system to the American Hockey League for the NHL.
So
6 of the surviving 7 teams merged in the AHL in 01.
Oh, they merged.
Okay.
So yeah, some of them moved.
So the league, the IHL it folded, but some of those teams merged to the AHL.
Yeah.
The remaining
But I mean, the
teams.
cities in the I back then were incredible. Like Orlando, Houston,
Yeah.
Atlanta was amazing.
Well, they had Vegas for a couple of years, right?
Vegas, what was that? The Thunder, they were called.
Because Cujo played there when he tried to get his contract with the Oilers. I remember he went there.
What's his name too? Anyways, there was a lot of really great hockey players in the International Hockey League. It was a good league.
Were the Chicago Wolves in that league?
Yes.
Because they're run pretty well, apparently.
They were doing That was another team that paid big money.
Yeah.
Was the Wolves.
Yeah. I heard they're like really well
Yeah.
run. Are those like mafia tie-in too?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It was. Speaking of that, did you see the documentary where that son ran the team?
The Danbury Thrashers?
Yeah.
There's another good one.
When he was 17 years old.
I have a story about that. You want me to tell it?
Yeah, that's the one with
Andy Sutton.
Yeah.
Do you remember Andy Sutton?
He just called me the other day.
Did he want
Big
you to-
Sutsy.
Yeah.
I played with him in San Jose.
Yeah,
He's a great guy.
He's a good man. He's a
Yeah.
business guy. He owns
business
this
guy. He's got some
company
thing going.
Verbero.
Yeah.
And I was helping him. This was during COVID. I was helping him with like social media and like video production. We would do these things. So I remember the graphic designer would do mock-ups of uniforms, right? And they would do them for beer league teams. And Andy has this production facility, and he has it all set up where he can pump out like good full uniforms. He does gloves, sticks, all that stuff. And I remember there was like this Danbury Trashers mock-up that he's like, put this out there, show people we can do this, because the documentary had just come out. And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And I put it out there, and this account on X or Twitter at the time reached out and was like, this is copyright infringement. We're going to sue you. And I'm like, could this actually be the kid from the Danbury Trashers? And so I DM'd them. I followed them and DM'd them and was like, hey, listen, this is, we're a sporting goods company from that's owned by former NHLer Andy Sutton. This is just a beer league team that's requesting to create these jerseys. It's a mock-up. We haven't done anything yet. And then the reply was something like, oh, so like Andy Sutton, the former Islander? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, and what kind of stuff does this company do? And I was like, jerseys, socks, pants, gloves, sticks, everything, like whatever. Andy owns like a production facility in, I think, India. He owns a factory. And the guy's like, can he do pro quality gear? And I was like, yes. Well, what was the kid's name? Anthony Jr. or something like that.
I think so.
And he's like, he'd like to speak to you guys and maybe talk to Andy Sutton. And I'm like, this is probably him pretending to be in like a social media person for them. And I was like, yeah, let me call Andy. So I called him. I told him. Suts is like, set this up. So I did. And sure enough, Suts hit it off with the kid. And they did a few runs of Danbury Trashers jerseys. And I think they made a lot of money off of it. Yeah.
Crazy story. I had no idea. I knew my buddy Brent Gretzky was there for just briefly. So when it came on, I called Gretz and I'm like, dude, you're in this documentary. Hey, he's like, I wasn't there that long.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot to do with that team, and I'd like it to stay that way. And I'm like, okay, bud. Yeah.
Well, John Morasti was on that team. We had Nasty Morasti on Hello Hockey 2 weeks ago.
Wasn't Garrett Burnett there too? Do you remember Garrett Burnett?
Garrett Burnett.
Do you remember Garrett Burnett?
Tell us the story.
Bro, if you want to see the scariest hockey player, the Olgi Oglethorpe, Google Garrett Burnett, Anaheim Mighty Ducks. This guy played in the... Bro, he'd sit next to me. He'd have Flex Oil in his glove before the game.
What?
He played with me in the Philadelphia Phantoms and the Kentucky Thoroughbreds in the American League. He used to eat Flexol before he'd go out. No, bro, I'm serious. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I'm like, get me back to the NHL, please, as fast as you can.
Wow.
I've got guys that are eating Flexol. So he was about 250 pounds, completely juiced out of it. They gave him NHL games for the Anaheim Ducks.
39 of them.
They gave him 39 NHL games. He had 2 left feet. He had 2 left hands.
What is his PIMS for 39 games?
Bro,
I'm glad you asked, Matthew.
Yeah, what are the 39 NHL games? How many PIMs are we talking about here?
A goal and 2 assists in 39
Wow.
games.
He scored a goal.
for
He
him.
actually got a goal. He did.
39 games.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
184 PIMs.
Oh, he was a dude. He fought Scott Parker. I don't know how many times. Parker almost killed him in San Jose one night. And anyways, Bernie, I played with Bernie for the Philadelphia Phantoms when they won the American Hockey League championship. And Bernie played a big role. He fought Rocky Thompson. He fought all these big guys. But anyways, they gave him a shot in the National Hockey League. God bless his soul.
Yeah.
Because he passed away. He actually got in a bar fight. A bouncer took a chair, smashed it over his head, and gave him a brain tumor.
Oh, wow.
And he came out of that not looking good. His face was all, and then literally he died I don't know if it was 2 years, 3 years.
22.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Heart of gold, but man, was he scary. Like
He just
geez.
looks scary.
Yes.
He lived at the strippers. Like if you look at him, like he was going to the tanning bed right after we were done.
Look at that.
Just muscles.
That's what we had to deal with.
He's skating like 100 feet to go fight somebody.
Like, bro, that's him exactly. All tanned right out. He's eating Flexol about 10 minutes before that, getting juiced up.
That's scary.
Holy crap. And he almost killed. Remember Ryan Vandenbush?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he knocked him out so hard. Buddy, his knuckles, I've never seen guys, like I thought Tony Twist had big hands. But nah. This guy's hands were and the knuckles were out to here. Like it was crazy.
Maddie, look at this on the ice. Could you imagine just skating around and that guy's on the other team?
Yeah, dude, it was scary.
I'm impressed that
They gave him 39 show games.
Yep.
He got a goal and
I'm
two
impressed by that.
2 apples.
Yep.
I mean, again, he was literally he could skate in a straight line. Do not cross over or try.
What years did he play?
He played in 01,
So
02.
that wasn't even high scoring hockey.
In 01, 02, it was before the obstruction.
03-04 was the year he got NHL games.
Yeah,
Yep.
03, 04. So
And that's before, there was some holding, all of that. It wasn't, the scoring came down.
The obstruction came in when Crosby entered the league in 05.
And we
That's
opened up
when
the rules again.
completely changed.
So he didn't just get in an open hockey where it was 7-6.
No.
He scored in tight hockey.
It was tight hockey.
That's so add in that for him to get his 1 goal and 2 assists in that time.
Yeah.
In 39 games.
39 NHL
Bravo.
games.
Belsey played with him too.
Did
in
he?
Iowa.
He played with them?
Yeah.
Ask him about Bernie.
I'm going to.
Dude, check out his PIMS in the American League for the Philadelphia Phantoms. It is insane. He had, I think 1 year it was, I don't know, I want to say, God,
He played 14 games. He had 129 PIMs.
He was on
With the
pace for
Phantoms.
700 PIMs. He was on pace for 700 PIMs.
I would say having him as a teammate would be amazing.
Oh, no.
Right? It's just one of those, I'm protected here.
Well, just to give you context, I know I can see why Brandt's laughing right now because he played that season. He started with the Johnstown Chiefs.
Yes, the Johnstown Chiefs.
He played 34 games, 331 penalty minutes.
331
plus 129.
In how many games?
34.
34 games.
331?
Yeah.
In 34 games is almost 10 minutes a game.
Yeah.
He was on pace for 750 in a hockey season.
In Kentucky, in 58 games.
That's where I played with him.
506. In 99, 2000.
Guys, it's insane some of the players that were coming up in my era. Like, just like, I mean, Bonby too was a guy that
Oh, dude.
Bones was insane.
I'm texting Belsey. Tell me about Garrett Burnett.
Yeah. So
No, he's on the Hangout tomorrow. That name's coming up tomorrow. I'll tell you that much right now.
buddy, he would like, he was one of the guys that literally would go right from the after hours club and he would drive right to the rink.
Wow.
Zero sleep.
That's what afternoons are for.
Smelling like Chanel No. 5 perfume.
He went to the fancy strippers.
Oh yeah.
This text out of Calgary. I'm really enjoying the show today, guys. I rarely get the chance to text in. I listen nearly every day, though. These have been some great stories. Well, when you're with Mizey, he's got some good stories. Garrett Burnett, dude, like that guy. I'll let you know.
I'm scared
what
by
Belsey
his
said.
picture.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to throw my phone away because he might like. It's terrifying.
He has like he has a goatee, but it's the like thin one. It's the thin one. Like he cuts it that way.
Oh no, he gets it waxed.
Oh my!
So he gets his body fully waxed, and he goes to the tanning bed.
Oh my God!
And
This
then
guy,
he beats the crap out of people.
That is scary.
And then he goes to the strippers.
Then he goes back to the Rippers. He doesn't sleep all night.
Great food there.
He comes back. He gets at least 10 penalty minutes in the game. And
That's
then
the
he
rest.
leaves.
That's when he needs it. That's his rest for the day.
Actually, his rest is the penalty box.
That's why he's going after people. I need a little bit of a break here.
Wow.
Oh, he's a real classic, and I got to tell you, good on him for getting NHL games in Anaheim because, there's been some players that I have seen come up in the league and they only get a cup of coffee, which is like 2 games, maybe 3, 4, 5, but 30, whatever. 39 games
and a goal and 2 assists.
Yeah.
That is, Brent,
wild.
you dealt with some just scary dudes.
Did you ever fight him?
No, thank God.
Okay.
He was my teammate.
Okay.
Right. So I played with him in Kentucky and in Philly. And I just remember when I got sent down from the Flyers, I sat next to him and I noticed him digging his finger into his glove and then eating it. Like I looked at the guy, I go, what is he doing? He goes, oh, he always eats his Flexall before the game.
It's just normal to everyone too.
I'm like, oh my God, what are we dealing with? And then you see him on the ice and he's just a lunatic. And he's big though. He's 6'3", 245 ripped. He's on all this stuff for lifting weights and like, it was just crazy, man.
For those wondering what Flexall is, it is a topical pain relieving gel or cream designed for temporary relief of muscle and joint pain, arthritis, backaches, and sprains.
Hey, there's some joint pain that can happen in the mouth.
How are you supposed to actually take Flexall? You're supposed to rub it on the joint, right? You don't eat it
inside there's some muscles and joints that maybe need the relief.
Like
it's the key ingredients, primarily menthol, 16% for pain relief, often combined with aloe vera to soothe skin.
There you go.
Features greaseless and stainless formula.
I wonder if Belsey will even bring that up about the Flexall because it was a known thing when I played, And,
okay. Availability. While it is a popular fast-acting and, as reported, Alpha Sports suggests it was discontinued, it may still be available through specific retailers or in alternative formulations like Active Flex.
Yes, I have not heard of Flexall in a long time, so it was discontinued, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, but bro, he played in Johnstown. Isn't that where Slapshot was filmed?
That's what it's based off of, yeah.
Yeah, he played there, this guy.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll run you through his team list here. After stints in Sioux and Kitchener in the O, Utica Blizzard, COHL. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Oklahoma City Blazers. I know of them. They were Central League. Played 3 games there. Went to the Tulsa Oilers. Played 6 games in 95-96. Ended up with the Nashville Knights of the ECHL. Played 3 games. And then the Jacksonville Lizard Kings is where he finished up 95-96. He played 8 games there. 96-97, Knoxville Cherokees, ECHL. 97-98, Johnstown Chiefs, 34 games, 331 PIMs. A goal and an assist, by the way. Philly Phantoms with Mizey in 97-98. Kentucky Thoroughblades, 98-99. Kentucky Thoroughblades, 99-2000. the year he had the 506 PIMS. 2000, 2001 Cleveland Lumberjacks in the IHL. 2001, 2002 Cincinnati Mighty Ducks and the New Haven Knights of the UHL. 0203 Hartford Wolfpack.
Yep.
6 goals, 1 assist in 62 games with 346 penalty minutes and -1. Played a playoff game. Anaheim Ducks 0304, 39 games, 1 goal, 2 assists, 184 penalty minutes. Danbury Trashers the next year, 7 games, 48 penalty minutes, 1 assist, -3. Iowa Stars, and then 0506, also played in the ECHL with the Phoenix Roadrunners, and then ended his career in the Quebec League with the Saint Jean Chiefs.
Quebec League,
4 games, 70 penalty minutes.
Yeah, he was running with some interesting guys in that Quebec League. That's where I heard he started to really start to go.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put your body through that. That's hard.
Yeah.
And then you're eating Flexol.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild.
That can't be good for the body. I would imagine.
It was wild.
I need to get to over under for Play Alberta. Download the app, visit them at playalberta.ca. New and improved odds for all major leagues, including the NFL, which you can get ready for the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Over at Play Alberta. This Oilers, they're on a 2-game win streak. This win streak will end over under 5.5 points gained by the Edmonton Oilers. Basically, are they winning 3 straight?
Yeah.
Sharks on Thursday.
Yeah, they win. They win.
Finally.
They win. I think a healthy Hyman, I think the way that he's producing 97 and, pretty much, well, look at the back end too. I mean, if you can get 15% of what they've been giving you offensively the last couple of games, you're going to be good. So
Sharks play tonight in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Off tomorrow in Edmonton on Thursday, Calgary and Saturday. But so there's no back-to-back here for the Sharks or anything.
Yeah. I think I'll tell you what, you guys, I was a little worried about last night's game. Anaheim's got a good young team.
Yeah, they do.
And their goalie, for Darnell and those guys to light him up last night, I mean, that was pretty impressive.
It all turned on that timeout, not a timeout type thing. That was
that's
kind of the
right,
moment that where things changed. The Oilers, did they take the lead there?
That was the Stasny goal. So,
Yes.
They took the lead,
3-2.
Yes.
But then it's okay, offside or whatever, challenge, no challenge, all of that. Then Coinville didn't think he took a timeout, but the ref just gave him a timeout because they were taking forever.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just snowballed from there a little bit. And all of a sudden it was, 5-2?
Yeah.
And then it was just,
It was
okay,
over.
this game's in a different spot. The Ducks clawed back.
over.
But that felt like a little bit of a turning point in that game.
Right.
Ducks were right there.
Here's an interesting question, and I wanted to get your guys' opinion on it. If you think that maybe one of the elements that you were lacking in the finals was sandpaper, and you addressed it, or you thought you addressed it with Frederick, and it's not necessarily heading in the direction that everybody was sort of hoping for, let's say, then, and that's just being realistic in coming up in February. Do you address that? Like if that's a piece of the puzzle that you sort of can't put in that puzzle anymore, what do you address that need? If he can't give it to you is what I'm saying, because you do need that type of cadre, whoever it may be, the Marchands, the guys that are, going to get, look at how great Kadri played when he won the cup.
He was awesome.
He was incredible. So anyways, I'm just wondering about your opinion on that one piece that they thought,
And Frederick, the point of getting him and signing him was to replace Evander Kane and the muscle.
Correct, yeah.
I mean, he was skating around better yesterday. He had a good opportunity, but
That's a low bar right now that you're talking about here.
Such a low bar.
Well, that's
Skated well. That bar is right now so low for him.
That's like what they say about Huberdeau when he makes a good pass. Every 3 games or scores a goal, they're like, "Oh my God, you see that?" They're like, "Hey, the guy's making 10 bananas a year." Like he's got to be consistent.
Yeah.
And with Frederick, I just don't know if he can elevate to that level that they need him to be at.
Yeah.
And if he can't, do you go, okay, we have to address that at some point here? Or do you just let it roll and go, no, that's our guy, or we're going to ride or die with him?
Well, that's going to be how much are you locked in that this is our guy? We believe in him. We gave him the 8-year contract for a reason.
Yeah.
We brought him in for a reason last year. Like, are you willing to? Are they a group willing to be like, we may have made a mistake?
You almost have to ride with them, though, don't you? How do you sign a guy for 8 years and not ride with him?
I know.
You know, you almost have to just go, okay, we're in,
stuck,
and we're hoping for the best here.
Yep.
And that he somehow finds a different gear, not only in his wheels but in his heart, because he's the type of guy that, you know. Anyways, I was just wondering what you guys thought about the sandpaper issue. Because offense,
he's
obviously
supposed to do it. I mean, can a guy like that say, you know what, screw it. My offensive game is shot right now. I'm just going to go hit everybody. And one of the problems, because we've asked that throughout the year, he doesn't seem to get there in time.
The problem is that, okay, so go hit everybody. Yeah, but you got to be, like you said, you got to be able to get there. And I feel like he's a step short.
Yes.
It looks like he's a step short.
I know. That's
so
why.
It's like, how are you even going to turn the momentum when you can't even get there? It's like, is this guy too slow? Like, I don't know. It's sort of showing itself on where you watch it, you go, it feels like, again, it's just a half a step.
Yeah.
So, okay, if that's the case, then, and he can't really, you know, change the tide like a Tom Wilson or somebody, if they're going to fight somebody, he proved that his last fight. Okay, so then what's he good at? Being an agitator, like you said, okay, well, he's got to be able to get there. Well, he's not getting there. What's the next step? You know, is there anybody even, what do you do with an 8-year deal? Or sorry, 7. What do you do with a 7-year deal at this point?
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know.
I think you're stuck, and I think you got to go. You know what? Hey, bud, we're in this together. We believe in you, and you know, do what you can at this point. I don't know.
It sucks.
Before we wrap up, I just noticed he's got Skechers on. Pat Ketty's gonna love them.
Pat Ketty will love that.
Biz gave me those.
Did he really?
Yeah.
And
when he came to Edmonton, and we took that young kiddo that had that. He had all those surgeries, and he had a prosthetic leg for spit and chiclets.
Yeah.
So I called Biz. I said, Biz, I go, he's got your prosthetic leg on. He's only like 12, 13. And anyways, he goes, I'm in Edmonton. So I grabbed the kid and his mom, met him at the downtown at the hotel. And we walked in, and we surprised him with Biz, and he gave me a so thanks, Biz.
Well, so it's kind of like a recurring joke on this show. Tell him real quick, like Cole's notes. Patty Ketty, he's with the brew house, one of our buddies, loves Skechers.
And they're so comfortable.
See, and we've devalued the Skechers because we're just like, this is not.
Yeah, we're like, we
Tommy
believe
shoes or like this.
Some more Nikes. They're loud.
I have those too.
Yeah.
But when it comes to comfort, man, these are tough. And I'll tell you what, when you get to be my age, the ones where you don't have to bend down, you just slip your back.
And that's the one thing, though, is that we say it's for older people.
Oh,
like,
yeah, 100%. Listen.
You're preaching the choir then on that part.
I wore these because I was coming in here. But the old man slippers, I've worn those every day all winter. I've never bent down until today.
Well, Pat, like, we don't not believe him, but he's just like, guys, you go to Skechers store every time I'm at West Ed, I pop in and I'm like, great 2-for-1 deal. I pick some up. He's like, I'm gonna get you some, and Maddie and I are just like, no, that's cool. You're good. Don't worry about it.
We're fine. We're
all right.
Oh, I'm telling you, the slip-ons are a game changer when you get north of 50. It's true.
Unhammered.
Yeah.
Can find it in Friesen Brothers. A few of those.
They can go to the website too,
website.
Unhammered.com. If you hit on store locator and put your postal code in, it'll give you the nearest location. I think we're in 70 stores or something. So
and exclusively in River Cree. Exclusive for non-alc.
Yeah.
And you said you're doing keynote speaking and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Groups.
Yeah, we're doing that for a group called Kickstand. It's a charitable group for youth in the city and pretty much all over. That it's if they're having any depression, mental issues going on, it's paid by the government. So I'm going in to speak to them in March. And just been doing some speaking engagements, so it's been good.
Good.
Thanks for coming in. People are loving this.
Yeah, buddy.
Just like last time,
Yeah.
praising you. Great guest and all that. So fantastic. Thank you very much.
Right on, guys.
We've got Lock Shop coming up here in Edmonton Sports Talk. We've got Two Guys and Goalie, EST Afternoons, Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Mill, all till 6 o'clock. This has been the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. On behalf of Tommy, Brandt, I am Matt. Thanks for tuning in. Coming up next year in Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. It is the Lock Shop with Dusty and myself. That's in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with here. Joining us today.